Hey everyone, Mr. Armitage here, and in this video we are going to be looking at exercise 21, which is problem number 4 on the chapter 4.2 Big Ideas homework, polynomial operations, or polynomial ops for short. Okay, exercise 21, we are looking at finding the product. So we are multiplying these two polynomials together. Now, I could have shown you to do addition in this video or subtraction. However, if you can do this one, you can do those, because those ones are a little bit simpler. Okay, so we have these two trinomials, right? These two polynomials that we are multiplying together. We have x squared minus 2x minus 4. And we have x squared minus 3x minus 5. So what does that look like when we multiply them together? Well, we have a few options. Okay. We have the box method, which I'm going to show first, because it's a little bit cleaner. And then we also have distribution. So box method is a way of keeping everything nice, neat, and tidy. Distribution always works and is probably, well, it's easier to keep in your head sometimes. Either way, let's go ahead and make our box. Okay, we're going to need enough space for 3 terms. There we go. Perfect. Okay, because each of these polynomials has 3 terms. So our first one will go on top, because why not? X squared minus 2x minus 4. Okay. And then on the side here, we have x squared minus 3x minus 5. Okay. Now we multiply these out just as before. So x squared times x squared is going to be x to the 4th power, not 2x squared. Right, now, let's see, let's do negative 2x times x squared for this one here. And that will give us negative 2 times x to the 3rd power. Moving over, we have negative 4 times x squared. All we did was multiply x squared by all of these things. Okay, negative 3x times x squared for this box here. That will give us negative 3x to the 3rd. Okay, moving 1 over to the right, negative 2x times negative 3x would give us positive 6x squared. Then moving 1 more to the right, we have negative 4 times negative 3x, which would be positive 12x. Now we're going to move over to the bottom row here. Negative 5 times x squared, negative 5x squared. Negative 2x times negative 5 would be positive 10x. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20. And I want you to take a second and look at the patterns you see in this right now. Right, some of the patterns you may have picked out is that on the diagonals, we have x's with the same exponent. In both of these boxes, we have x to the third. In this diagonal here, we have x to the second. And then in this diagonal here, we have just plain x to the first, technically. So we can combine these to get our final answer. Okay. So we start off with x to the fourth. Okay. Now if we combine negative 3x to the third and negative 2x to the third, okay, these two, then we are going to get negative 5x to the third. Now, for the x squareds, okay, we do have 3 of them here, here, here. Okay. But if we combine them, okay, we see negative 5 plus 6 would be positive 1, minus 4 would be negative 3. So minus 3x squared. Then in the reds, we have plus 10x and plus 12x, so that would be plus 22x. And then we have plus 20 at the end. And this is our final answer here. So let's see what distribution would look like, shall we? Okay, so I took the time to rewrite the equation really quickly. So we see here, this was the box method that we just completed. And now we are going to look at distribution. Now, I'll say, this might appear a little messy at first, but we'll get through it. So for distribution, we take each term and we multiply it by each term. So x squared times x squared, and that'd be x to the fourth. Actually, let me do this. X to the fourth. Now, x squared times negative 3x be negative 3x to the third. X squared times negative 5, negative 5x squared. Okay, so we multiplied this x squared by everything else. So now let's do this negative 2x. Negative 2x times x squared will be I'll just keep with the same color. Negative 2x to the third. Okay, negative 2x times negative 3x be positive 6x squared. Negative 2x times this negative 5 would be positive 10x. Right. And our last one, the negative 4 here. Negative 4 times x squared. Negative 4x squared. Negative 4 times negative 3x times negative 3x be positive 12x. And negative 4 times the negative 5 is going to be positive 20. Now, if all of these numbers seem familiar, it's because they are. We see the x to the fourth there and there. See negative 3x squared, or 3x to the third. See negative 5x squared. we see all of these numbers just show up again. And that's because these methods are equivalent. They're doing the same thing for us, just in slightly different ways. Here I am highlighting them with the same colors. Except that 10 kind of disappeared. There we go. And 12. So when we combine these all together, all of these numbers together, all of our like terms, we're going to get the same result.